Hey everyone, and good evening. It's Sunday, November 8th, and we got through the weekend. Hope everyone had a good one. And so let's take a look at how we finished out the week and what we have to look forward to the week ahead. And you can see here, I'm just checking the futures. Been open about an hour right now and started up, about 200. Looked like we were gapping up 200 in the Dow. Markets right across the board, gapping up here and getting stronger. NASDAQ, pretty much every index is gapping up, so it looks like we're going to have a strong open on Monday morning, but a lot can happen between now and then, so we'll see. But it still looks like this market wants to go higher. So there is some other stuff that's kind of interesting that's going on right now. If we look at the currencies, we'll talk about this in a little while, but the US dollar has been really weak, and it looks like it's continuing to get weaker here. If we're just looking at some of the major currency pairs here, the US dollar's pretty much down across the board, and that's going to have some implications for what kind of stocks will do well in that environment. So let's get into the indexes here and just start talking about how we finished off the week to start. You can see here the transports looking a little toppy here, and again, like to see the transports confirm moves higher, but at this point, the 17 or 11,750 level looks like it's resistance, but we probably will pop through that tomorrow on a weekly inside week here. Big sell-off prior week, and then we came back up. That election week, stochastics backing off a little bit. RSI maybe turning back up again. So again, this is looking like we may pop back up, and then we're going to get back to the 12,000 level. Might be an area where we'll find some resistance. I think it would probably cross the markets here. We may come back and challenge these levels again. Just going to make that general statement. Like the Dow here, you can see a little bit off on the Friday, but overall a pretty good week. Bad week the prior week, and then just rallied right back here. But again, 29,000 looks like it's going to happen, but the catalyst to get us through there, I'm not really sure. So I would expect the markets to continue higher, certainly showing us that right now, but maybe some resistance a little bit higher here. The Qs, again, actually a good day on Friday. And you can see here on the weekly, again, we backed off prior week and then right back up to this all-time high here. And the all-time high is, right there. So, and it looks like the Qs are going to continue to go higher. You can see here the stochastics, maybe putting in a higher low, double bottom here, W formation, whatever you want to call it. Looking strong. RSI's heading back up. I think the Qs and technology are still looking really good. Spiders, again, sort of an indecision day Friday. The weeklies again, sort of same comment. We're right back up to our highs, and looks like we are going to push higher. So SPY and Qs look very strong here. Again, another maybe double bottom formation here on the stochastics. RSI turning back up. Looks good. The small caps really kind of took a hit, tried to break out on this chart, the daily, and rejected Friday. Again, we're right back up near these prior highs from previous weeks. Back in January, obviously, of this year, we had these highs, so it looks like we're actually going to go back maybe and challenge them. Volume was good on the week. Again, small caps typically do a little better when the economy is improving. Yeah, a bit of a seesaw action here with the yields. You can see here we're really spiking here, and now we've pulled back. And the last time I checked, we were kind of flat here, but if we do start to head up higher, that's where maybe some of the technology and the markets may have some challenges, but as long as we keep an eye on this 0.9 level, if it goes above that, we may get into some challenges with the market here. And the 10-year on the weekly, again, just down on the week. And again, the dollar, look at the dollar. The dollar's, tried to rally here, sold off, lost these moving averages, sold off, sold off. volume increasing. Again, we're right back down to this level of that was prior support, these two levels, and then we had even a lower low here before we bounced. So the low 2480, not very far from it right now, but it's sure looking it is sure looking weak. And again, this will have implications for various sectors. These are the weekly index. Again, the weekly looking really bad. At least if you're hoping for a strong dollar, that's not what you want to see. So let's take a quick look at some of the earnings coming up this week. We do have a lighter. We're getting on the back end of the earnings season, so lighter earnings events this week, but still some significant ones. We got Mickey D here, McDonald's on Monday, Beyond Meat, of course, Tilray again. Pot stocks have been really good. Based on the election and the Democrats, which seem to have a more liberal policy, looking at the pot stocks, which had a nice run last week, maybe get a continuation. Tuesday we got Lyft and DH Horton, Home Builder. Wednesday again, pretty light calendar of earnings, only 21. We do have JD, Fossil, Huawei. UI. I don't know how you say that. All right. Anyway, that takes us up to midweek. Let's take a quick look at some of the stocks I'm kind of keeping on watch here. I'm looking at ALT. Had this on my list for a while here. It looks like it's put in a double bottom, so a decent level to trade against. So I'll be watching that on Monday. Volume hasn't really picked up at all, but I like the stochastics. Looks like RSI is going to break through 50 here. So liking ALT. Burning Rock had a nice pullback here. I didn't catch any on this, but it's had a really nice run up here. So stochastics are turning back up, so I'll be keeping an eye on that one on Monday. Some of the ETFs, now we're talking about weak dollar, and just wanted to bring some stocks that could do well in a weak dollar environment. Anything sort of to do with emerging markets, gold and silver, obviously commodity plays. So here's one here, BRZU. This is the ETF. It's a two-time ETF, so it has to be careful because it's a little more volatile. But you see here, it's really bounced off the bottom. This is the Brazil ETF, and particularly does well. Okay, if energy and commodities do well, because that's kind of their economy. So yeah, BRZU could be doing well. I was watching DraftKings. I tried to take an entry back here and had another flush down to here. I didn't catch it here, unfortunately. But maybe keep an eye on DraftKings. Again, the pullback on Friday was a little weak. We may end up trying to get through. We already got through this one moving average here. Maybe we're good to up to 46 in the next moving average for a target. Again, emerging markets, this is pretty heavily weighted to China, EEM, but you can see here we've broken out, and again, if the dollar remains weak, it's the volume nice here, the dollar remains weak, this will continue to perform. Let's take a look at the weekly just for giggles. You can see here really just breaking out here, so a nice move on EEM, and I think it's probably got more upside. Let's take a look at the monthly here. Yeah, I see we're right up into an area where we've had prior resistance. Of course, we're not very far into the month, so the volume's isn't up there. Let's take a look at some other stocks. Fastly, again, nice buy off the bottom. It was a hot stock for a while. Really gapped down. I think this was an earnings thing and then sold off. So.
Scott can't come over, honey.
Okay, sorry about that. And then we've got GDX. This is one position I still have on. I've got PAS, but again, this is just gold silver play. Anything to do with gold and silver has had a really nice run back up after this sell-off. And yeah, got back involved last week, and still having some of that in play. I think it's probably going to go higher, and certainly gold and silver are up right now in the pre-market session. So volume a little light on Friday, but everything's still looking very nice on the indicators. Looks like we are heading higher. Kbnt, I've been watching this one for a while, had a bit of a pullback here. 275 is a level you might want to trade off of. Maybe it's going to pop higher. It is fairly new. Doesn't have a lot of data on it, but I'd be looking for a gap fill here, maybe around 375. Again, silver, same comment as gold. Looks like it's actually breaking out here. We did have a bit of an indecision or hollow fill candle on the Friday, a bit of a pullback, but I think again we're just going to probably continue higher as long as the dollar stays weak. Square broke out. This was on earnings, obviously, and again, volume could be good to catch it back at a pullback. But I think it's probably gonna. It did go through 200 on Friday, pulled back from that, so maybe a pullback to sort of 195 level could be a good entry for a continuation move. Taco hasn't really broken out here. It's had a lot of people, a lot of insiders buying. I haven't taken a position yet on that, but still keeping an eye on it, looking for a break out. And again, watching oil. Oil should do well if the dollars, if the dollars continues to be weak. But this is this rejected from the moving average here. Stochastics maybe looking like they're rolling over. I do think it's open. It's up in the pre-market, but we'll see if we get a continuation move. I think one concern is maybe is that Iran might be coming on with some more oil with a new administration. They may start allowing them to put more oil in, which may put the price of oil under pressure. I'm not really sure if that's true or not. It's just something I read. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with oil. But again, the should be going to the upside with all the other commodities with the weak dollar. Another chart I just wanted to note here, the semiconductors just super strong here. So you can see, looks like we've broken out on the semis. They continue to look good here. So MU was looking like a really nice chart. Let's take a quick look at MU. Again, breaking out here. AMD heading back up. All these semiconductors, this looks like it could be heading back to, we had a high here of 88.72, so could be heading back up to that level if you wanted for a quick scalp. Seems to be an area that was prior resistance a number of times, but AMD looking good, volumes coming in, picking up on it. Stochastics heading up, RSI heading up, everything's heading in the right direction, so watch for strength in AMD tomorrow as well. Okay, so like I said, hope everyone had a great weekend, yeah, so we'll be looking for you all in the trading room in the morning, 8:30. Live YouTube show starts with Carlos and Norm doing our pre-market prep, and then 9:30 we'll be trading the market open, so hopefully we'll see you all there. Have a great rest of the weekend, night, wherever you are, and hopefully we'll see you in the morning. Oh yeah, and this is my book on Amazon, How to Swing Trade, if you haven't checked it out. Thanks. Well, hopefully see you in the morning. Bye for now.